Hi there, and welcome to changeyourlifeforever.co.uk, our podcast, and it's Scott, your host, talking. And today we're going to talk about living vicariously because some people seem to think it's an unhealthy thing to do, some people seem to think it's a healthy thing to do. So, kind of, my advice on this is that living vicariously through others, yeah, it means that you're adopting the feelings, the emotions of other people, and you're living off that. So, overall, my recommendation is obviously you need to live life for yourself. You need to get your own enjoyment. You need to get your own things out of life. But living vicariously through others happens naturally with your children, with your friends, with some of the people that you admire, and so on. So it's actually not a bad thing in some senses. So, kind of where children are involved, obviously, if you're going to get your cat get your kid to do certain activities, like you want them to be a footballer because you never were, you want them to be a dancer because you never were, then obviously the kids need to enjoy it. They need to have the same passion and the same purpose and the same vision that you had when you were a child. So when you support them in a positive way and you actually nurture them to become bigger, better, you know find it more enjoyable, find it something that they actually love doing, then that is not a bad thing because you can pass on your experience, you can pass on your feelings, and your children will absolutely absorb it, love it, and hopefully get involved in it. Where it becomes a little bit more difficult is when we want something that our children don't. And that's really hard because we have to remember that our children are individuals. They have their own thoughts, feelings, they have their own wants and needs. And really, all we can do is transfer those feelings to supporting our kids to what they actually want to do, and then transferring all that good stuff that we know, the knowledge, the help, making sure that they're really good at it, making sure that they keep up doing it, they stay consistent, and we support them through that instead. But that's supporting their lifestyle and not living vicariously kind of through our own previous lifestyles. But then there is also the extremes as well, with social media and stuff where people have kind of someone that they look up to, really. My brother was a good example of that. He looked up to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Even at the ripe old age of 40, he wanted to change his life. He wanted to make sure that he became a bodybuilder at that late stage in life. So he followed everything that Arnold did. And whilst it's kind of living vicariously through Arnie, it's not that sort of relationship because what he's doing is he's admiring his physique, his training regime, the knowledge that he has, how confident he's been. And those sort of relationships are great because everybody needs a role model in life. Everybody needs somebody that they can look at and aspire to and go, yeah, one day I'd love to be like them. I'd love to have that body, or I'd love to have that attitude, or I'd love to have that job. So there's lots of different meanings of living vicariously. And in some cases, yeah, it can be unhealthy if it takes over as an obsession and you've got nothing in your life that you're looking forward to, nothing that you feel makes you whole. So you're living it through others. So my advice is kind of, you know, have your own life, live for yourself. And if you haven't listened to our previous podcast on living for yourself, we think it's really important because you should have your own plan, your own ideas in life, your own goals, your own perspective, and you should be chasing those because when you look after yourself and when you feel good about yourself, then everything else around you kind of fits into place and everything fits in well. So look after your kids, encourage them to do whatever they want to do, not necessarily force them to do what you want them to do, but enjoy their time, enjoy their company, enjoy the role models that you've got. Just don't become obsessive about it all, and also live a great life for yourself. So that's all I've got to say on living vicariously today. You can find out more hints and tips on the blog about that subject. So if you want to have a visit there, it's changeyourlifeforever.co.uk/blog. And there's loads of useful information on living vicariously in there too. So take care, have a great time, and best wishes, and I'll see you soon. Scott.